White Mountains today here on White Mountains TV 16. It is Sunday morning, and with me this morning is Casey Taylor from the Mount Washington Observatory. How are you this morning, Casey?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Can't complain at all.
It's a beautiful day, a little less humid.
We like that, a little less humid. So. And a little less humid up on top of Mount Washington today, too. We talked to him up there earlier. It looks like it's going to be a nice day up there.
That's what it does seem like. We're looking forward to the day for sure.
But, of course, the weather changes up on Mount Washington in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. So you always have to be prepared for anything and everything that can happen.
Exactly. And but we're here today. We're going to talk about Science in the Mountains, a passport to science, which is kind of the summer program that you guys do. In the winter, you spend a lot of time going out to schools and teaching people about Mount Washington.
That's right.
But in the summer, you change that. You mix it up.
That's right. And during the school year, we spend a lot of our time traveling to schools, connecting to schools across the country with our distance learning programs. But now in the summer, school's out, we like to change it up and bring people in the community to the Weather Discovery Center here in North Conway to visit other science centers throughout the country through the use of our video conferencing technology.
And so let's talk about the first one is coming up July 14th, so that's just a couple days away.
That's right. Just this Wednesday, our first program is going to be with the Royal Tyrrell Museum of Paleontology, which is in Alberta in the Badlands of Canada. And it's a fabulous paleontology museum, and we've got some great specimens to look at here. We're going to be speaking with a paleontologist that does research with the Institute, and he's going to be sharing some of what he knows about the history of life on Earth with us.
Well, that'll be cool. And you do that all through the video conferencing technology. So basically the people will be there, but so obviously they won't be at the Royal Tyrrell.
Right.
But being able to do the video conferencing, and one of the features you told me that I think is great is you can ask questions. So it's a two-way conversation.
Absolutely. It's just like the person's there, only they're up on the screen. They give a presentation and tell you about their work and what they experience, and then you have that opportunity for an exchange and really having a discussion about what you've just learned. And it's really great because, you might not necessarily find yourself at Drumheller, Alberta anytime soon, but you still get to experience the fun of visiting this really fantastic museum.
That's great. And how long is the program?
It's roughly about an hour. It's every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. We have limited seating, though, so we definitely suggest people come a little bit early. And
are there pre-reservations or
not at all?
First come, first serve.
First come, first serve. You got to get there. And we're happy to offer the programs for free with the help of the New Hampshire Charitable Foundation.
Well, that's very cool. So this week is the Royal Tyrrell Museum, and then coming up the following week is the Ocean Institute.
That's right. They're located in Dana Point in California. They're going to be telling us a lot about some of the marine mammals they work with, particularly the whales that call Southern California home, and some of the work they do with those whales.
Well, that's very cool. And then finishing up the month, going out to the San Diego Zoo.
That's right. This is one we're really looking forward to. We're going to be spending that evening with the Conservation Research Institute at the San Diego Zoo. So they're going to be telling us about some of the work they do with endangered species and some of the projects that they're actually actively working on right now and what actions they're taking.
Oh, that's great. Of course, a lot of people have probably heard of the San Diego Zoo. I've been fortunate to go out there. And once you're there, you remember it. I mean, the
it's
zoo
a wonderful place.
And the wild animal park are absolutely amazing. And one of the nice things, of course, too, is what you're talking about is that they're not just a zoo for you to go look at animals. They are a research facility.
That's right. And they're definitely making a huge difference. They've done a lot of work with California condors in California, giant pandas in China, some of the rare Hawaiian birds out in Hawaii. And one of the neat features about their programs is that they do bring live animals onto every one of their distance learning programs. So we'll get to see some of the critters that they're working with during the program.
Well, that's great. And then briefly, I just want to touch base that it continues in August.
That's right.
With a visit to Battleship New Hampshire.
Battleship New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey.
Down in... They're actually really great. It's a historic landmark that's anchored outside of Camden, New Jersey, and they're going to be telling us about the role that weather observers actually have played in in naval military history and some of the kind of crucial battles that weather has played a role in.
Well, that's very cool. And then the International Wolf Center, and then finishing off in August with the Grand Canyon National Park, and that'll be. You were saying that's one of their long time rangers out there will be talking about.
That's right. One of their most experienced rangers is going to be spending some time with us. She's had lots of experiences running the river, rafting the river, and he's going to be talking to us about some of the environmental changes going on in the park and through the context of running the river and rafting and how the park has changed over time and what they are trying to do in order to deal with some of the environmental issues that are facing them today.
Well, very cool. Now, if somebody wants to find out more information, if they've forgotten all the information we've given you, what's the best way to find out more information?
The best way is to just come to our website at www.mountwashington.org. You can go to education, and there will be a segment there about science in the mountains, and all the information, the schedule, all the locations will all be right there for you.
Well, that's great. So it's Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, right there at the Weather Discovery Center.
Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, right there at the Weather Discovery Center.
So don't come Tuesday, because if you do, you're just going to see Casey going, "You're a day early."
Or my daily, I don't know.
That's right.
But yeah, definitely Wednesday night, 7 p.m., free and open to the public. We would be happy if everyone and anyone came.
Well, that sounds terrific. Well, Casey, I want to thank you for joining us this morning. And so you can find out more, go to mountwashington.org for all the information about the Wednesday program, Science in the Mountains.